Okay, so today we're going to talk about discipline. I just felt like doing this talk. I don't know how it's going to be like. What it's going to be like. I am just going to ramble about this topic, discipline, and we'll see what comes of it. Okay, so discipline is what stands between you and your goals. Like discipline, basically, if you define it in one sentence, I guess, it is the ability to do stuff that you don't want to do when you don't want to do it. And it's something that most people these days are lacking. So things like getting up at 5 a.m., going to the gym, eating healthy instead of like eating fucking junk. What else? Like there are many things that you could name that you know would be right to do, that you know would be good for you, but you just don't feel like doing them. You just would rather like sit on your ass, watch TV instead of doing something that will actually propel you towards success. And the way I look at it is like, first of all, discipline is something that you practice. If you aspire to be anything at all in your entire life, like if you aspire to ever be happy or successful, well, maybe not happy, but if you ever aspire to get anything done in your life, you are probably going to need discipline. And discipline is like any other habit, built over time as you use it. I am a very weak person. Like naturally, I'm very weak. I personally blame it on my parents. Not that I want to like talk shit about them, but you know, they spoiled me. They fucked me up in a way, and I'm battling to this day the programming that I received from my parents, which came from me basically receiving anything I asked for. Like not anything and everything, but you know, whenever I wanted something, I would just have to bother my parents long enough and they would eventually, you know, give in and just let me have my will, which really is something that robbed me of the insight that you have to work for what you want. Now, this is probably no secret to you. Anyone knows this. But what I was going to say is that I'm a very weak person by nature. I am very impulsive. I will, if I have the option to stay in bed instead of get up at 5 a.m., I will always do it. If I have the option to eat junk food instead of like, I don't know, just anything that's good for your body, if I have the option to just like sit there, do nothing, watch some fucking Netflix or whatever, I will do that. So what I found for myself to be very, very effective is that there's only one thing that I need to commit to. That there's only one thing that you need to commit to. You need to commit to punishing yourself if you don't do what you're supposed to do. Humans, I don't know the exact research, I don't know the exact statistics, but from my personal experience, and this is backed up by science, humans will do 10 times, 20 times as much to prevent them from experiencing pain than they will to gain pleasure. Like humans will avoid pain at all costs, and pain avoidance is a drive that is much, much stronger than, how do you say it? English is not my native language, so you have to excuse that. You get the fucking point, okay? So what I found for myself is I told my friend, anytime I don't get up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym, I will give you 120 euros. And ever since I did that, I actually had to pay him twice. But those basically painful experiences of having to, you know, give a substantial amount of money away that you could have used in so many different ways and to do way better things, that was something that taught me that I cannot fuck up. I cannot stay in bed. I cannot eat junk food, because I have this, like, with everything. Every time I want to come up with a new commitment, I write him a text. Bro, from now on, every time I eat anything that's not vegan, I'll give you 120 euros. Anytime I don't get up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym, you get 120 euros. Anytime I don't know, I have a fucking list of commitments that's like really long. I can't think of anything right now. But those are really the most essential things, like my health and getting up at 5 a.m. And on that note, I do want to say that getting up at 5 a.m. is probably the best thing that you could do when it comes to self-discipline. Getting up early, like making that first decision of forcing yourself out of bed when you really just fucking don't want to do anything more than to just go to sleep for, like, I don't know, I'm one of those people who I could sleep 16 hours in one piece. And that is the reason why I thought for a very long time that I'm one of these people who just need a lot of sleep. But what you will find, if you get up at 5 a.m. and you go to the gym right afterwards, like you do a workout afterwards, and what you'll find is that you will have so much more energy, so much more focus, even if you have only slept like 3 hours. Yeah, only like 3 hours. Like I function amazingly on 3 hours of sleep. Like I wish somebody had told me this, bro. You have to wake up early and go to the gym, because it's gonna make your focus. It's gonna make your focus razor sharp, and you're gonna have so much excess energy you don't even know what to do with it. And on top of that, having achieved the small win of forcing yourself out of bed is something that will carry on throughout your day in every other decision you make. Because every day you're fighting against yourself. The thing that's standing between you and your goals is yourself. You have to battle yourself to get the things done that will move you towards your goals. Get up early. It will affect your discipline in ways that you could not even have imagined before. You will carry that small win with you, and you will want to win in other areas of your life. You will want to choose good food over bad food. You will want to choose productive activities over just, mindless time wasting. Yeah, I think that's it for this message. This is literally my first ever. It's not a video blog, but it's just like me talking, like getting my thoughts off my chest, so that maybe someone might benefit from it. Like, if just one person benefits from what I just said, that would be a great win for me. So, discipline is important. If you aspire to be successful, you cannot go without discipline. It is probably the number one most crucial factor amongst all successful people. And you are doing yourself a favor and your future self a favor by exercising discipline throughout your life. And the first step to do that is to get up early and to maybe do it like me. If you're a weak person, you commit to punishing yourself if you fuck up. Because if you do that, you don't need to commit to anything else. If you just focus on punishing yourself if you don't behave favorably to your cause, that will change your life overnight. I promise you. Like, once I started doing this, once I realized I will do so much more to avoid negative consequences than I will to strive towards positive consequences, and I started using that to my advantage, like, I changed overnight. Like, yeah, that's just like, I wish somebody had told me this when I was fucking 6, bro. Like, I could have been, oh my God, like, don't even get me started. So I hope this has been of any kind of benefit to you. Yeah, just let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm going to upload this to YouTube. Let me know in the comments what you think. If there's anything that you would like me to do, like, okay, nobody's going to fucking comment on this video. This is my first video and nobody's going to see it. Whatever. If you happen to see this video and you have thoughts, I do plan on uploading regularly in the future. So, yeah, you just let me know. And apart from that, you just have a nice day. And that's that. So I just listened to the recording you just heard, and I would like to give you my quick thoughts on it, and I would like to summarize it in a way that, is not as much of a ramble as that one was. As I said many times throughout that recording, you need discipline. Discipline is probably the most important thing in your life when it comes to success, and most people do not have discipline. Most people, they look forward to sleeping in on the weekends. They look forward to doing all kinds of unhealthy stuff. But if you aspire to be successful in your life, you're going to have to start behaving like the top 1% of people would behave. Because there are not that many successful people in the world, and if you'd like to make, a name for yourself, you better behave like the best of the best would behave. Now, there's a good chance that through the conditioning that you received from this world, especially in our generation, especially in the Western world, where we are basically spoiled each and every day from the day we're brought up, except for, a minority of us is not in any way spoiled. Even if you think your childhood sucked, it's likely that just living in a Western country has messed with your perspective on how to get what you want. But as soon as you grow up and you have to leave your parents' house, I don't even think you need to leave your parents' house. You will eventually realize that you don't just get things handed to you, and that you will have to do work that makes you uncomfortable in order to achieve the things you would like to achieve in your life. And you, like most people, are probably weak if you're listening to this. Just like me, I'm a weak person, and that's why I want to just share this concept of self-punishment with yourself, with you. Because as I said, it is something that will change your life overnight. And you will notice how much more productive you're getting if you are punishing yourself for not doing what you're supposed to do. So you can come up with your own kind of way of self-punishment. I don't know. There are many different methods, I guess, for different people. As you know, what I found to be most effective for me is if I pay money to a friend if I don't behave like I'm supposed to behave. And just doing that, committing to new habits and committing to punishing yourself if you don't reinforce these habits, will make a tremendous difference in how you behave throughout the day. And once you start using discipline, it will become stronger by itself. It will not always be as hard as it is today to get up at 5 a.m. or to, not eat junk food, or to sit down and do some actual work that will help you achieve your goals. These things are the hardest when you begin them, when you are at the lowest point of the mountain, you could say. But the most important habit that you could get into right now, if you would like to be more disciplined in your life, if you would like to get shit done, is to get up at 5 a.m. And the way you do it is by committing to yourself, I'm going to pay money to a friend, or I'm just going to destroy. I did this before. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this. Whatever. I just destroyed money before I started to giving it to friends, because I'm somebody who who enjoys giving things to people, and I was afraid that if I just gave it to a friend, that would be like a reward to me for not behaving favorably. And anyway, I will have to improve on having a straight line about what I want to say, because these, like, okay, you have to forgive me, this is my first ever attempt of uploading anything, and in the future I will make an effort to not ramble so much and go on about things that are probably irrelevant. But that's basically what I wanted to tell you. You and I both know that discipline is important. You need it. And so what you should start doing is, first of all, punish yourself if you don't behave like you want to behave. And the first way in which you should start doing that is by getting up early at 5 a.m. or even earlier. Like I plan on, in the near future, getting up at 4 a.m. I don't know. I'll see if that benefits me at all. But these are the two most important things that you could start if you are a weak, undisciplined fuck like I was. And I still am. I guess I literally still am. Like I'm constantly, when the fucking alarm rings in the morning, I'm looking for all kinds of loopholes to maybe how I could still stay in bed, maybe how I could still make this an exception, because there are certain exceptions that I have included in my rules. For example, if I'm sick, I obviously don't have to get up at 5 a.m. Things like that, and I still witness it every single day, how I just fucking hate doing what I have to do. But when you do it, you just feel so much better, because you actually move towards your goals, and you're not a bitch to your body and brain, because that really is something that we have to overcome in our generation, is that we are enslaved to our impulses, and way too spoiled to do some actual work. So if you're a weak bitch like I am, just do what I just told you, and you will see your life transforming in a way that, like, this is such a fucking cheat code. Just like I said, I wish somebody had told me this when I was 6 years old. My life could have been so much better in so many different ways. Anyway, I think this is all that I would like to hammer home with you in this lesson. Yes. Let me know if you have any questions. I would love to help you out. I would love to maybe have a discussion in the comments. And I hope that you benefit from this. All right? Goodbye.